Since its beginning in 1987, the Iowa Games has brought the state together, becoming one of Iowa's treasured traditions. For over 3 decades, the Iowa Games has shined the spotlight on sportsmanship, friendly competition, and fun. And of course, this year's games were more of the same. Welcome to the 2018 Iowa Games Review. Coming up next, we'll take you to the opening ceremony. Stay with us.
I've taken some amazing cars for a spin. But the Accord is truly extraordinary. When you find such a beautiful car with incredible performance, plus tons of high-tech features, you never want to get out of the driver's seat. Race into your Honda dealer and test drive the Accord, the 2018 North American Car of the Year.
It's here, new Extreme 1 gig, in your neighborhood and in every neighborhood Mediacom serves. Insanely fast and crazy powerful. This is a fiber network that's light years beyond. It's future-forward speed with supersonic in-home Wi-Fi, so you can live in live stream, explore virtual worlds, and absolutely rule yours. Go further than fiber with Extreme.
Welcome back to the Iowa Games Review. One of the great events during the Iowa Games is the Athlete Jamboree, held outside of Jack Trice Stadium directly before the opening ceremony. It's a chance to play games before the games. Then it's time for the opening ceremony inside and a chance for athletes and teams to have a moment in the spotlight. And after the introductions, a great message was delivered by Drake women's basketball coach, Jenny Baranchek. Here's some comments from the coach.
I grew up playing in the Iowa Games. I played soccer, I played basketball, and I remember watching my older sister compete, and I just had the dream of being able to become a medalist in the Iowa Games. And you know what? There's a lot of things that I've had in my past. There's a lot of honors and awards. But the Iowa Games is one of those experiences that sticks with me. It's part of who we are. This is an unbelievable opportunity for each and every one of you. So congratulations. To give you a little background, I'm from Des Moines. I'm an Iowa girl. And when I was growing up, I fell in love with sports. And when people would ask, what's your favorite sport? It was whatever season was going on. That's today what I think is the most important thing, is that young people fall in love with sports. With whatever sport it is, and however many sports you want to be in, but it's essential. And in the state of Iowa, we work hard. We're great teammates. It's part of our DNA. So when I got to Drake, we had a team. We didn't win a lot of games in that first year. Didn't win a lot of games in that second year. And instead of focusing on all the statistics and all the talent and all the pieces that we needed to put together, we focused on one essential part, and that was our culture. And our culture, we defined as loving basketball, as loving to compete, and loving the people you get to do it with. And in terms of loving basketball, that's what sports are all about. It doesn't matter if you're competing, it doesn't matter if you're coaching, it doesn't matter if you're a parent or just a spectator. It's loving what it is that you're doing. Because we already work hard, and we're already a teammate. So it's having that passion and that drive. And the love to compete piece, we get wrong all the time. We think the true form of competition is to go against somebody else. When in reality, the true form of competition is to bring your very best and to strive with each other. And the last thing is to love the people you get to do it with. Because there's nothing better than being part of a team. Doesn't matter if you're on a team sport or an individual sport. And when we've really implemented that culture into our program, the winning, the statistics have all found us. We haven't had to go after it. We've been able to say, you know what? We can't have it all. We have to define what it all is. And we're going to achieve in the classroom. We're going to achieve in our community, and we'll achieve on the playing field. We've literally gone from last to first, and to first that had never been done because of our culture. And in the world of sports today, we need to rise up and be better. Because over these years, I've learned a lot of lessons. But 3 lessons I want to share with you today. And the first one is to be present. Be where your feet are. If you are competing, give it your all. Be in the moment. If you're a parent, cheer on your kid. Help them be the best they can be. And cheer on the coach. and coaches, let's put our players in positions to be successful and to have fun. The second lesson is to get better. Anytime we get the opportunity to compete, get better. Bring your very best self. And the last thing, have fun. That's what sports are all about. And it doesn't matter what level. When you bring the fun to the game, there is nothing better. Compete with a smile on your face and enjoy the Iowa Games. Thank you.
And coming up next, we'll meet the torch runners. Stay with us.
At Iowa State, Cassidy told me her first computer science class was all guys.
I do remember Cassidy very well. I remember Cassidy was passionate about the subject and wanted to draw other people into everything that she was doing.
My sister helped create an online community for women in science.
She presented at the United Nations and it went global.
A lot of women are into science because of Cassidy, including me.
Enjoy your adventure at Iowa State. Visit ChooseYourAdventure.net.
There's no doubt about it. Saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Pella window designs. They're tested from -40 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit and subjected to wind-driven rain. They're even engineered to stop hurricane debris from penetrating your home. All with impressive style that goes beyond the ordinary. Pella windows and doors. Perfectly beautiful.
Welcome back to the 2018 Iowa Games Review. Through the years, the running of the torch has been a place of honor. This year, stepping into the role were 2017 Iowa Games Athletes of the Year, Sarah Schwindinger, who competes in track, and weightlifter Jim Schoen. Now let's meet the 2018 Torch Runners.
I have participated since 2015 here at the Iowa Games in the track and field competition. So I'm a middle distance lover, so I run the 1500 and 800. I also 2 years ago qualified and ran the Boston Marathon. It was a lifelong dream of mine, and I do numerous 5Ks, 10Ks, lots of road races, but I'm a trackster at heart, and so that's really what brought me to the Iowa Games. The Iowa Games has something for everyone, no matter your age, ability. There is no limit for what you can do, and what's great is the camaraderie, especially with the track athletes, the masters track athletes especially, and the ability to just cheer on the little ones all the way up to those in their 70s and 80s. There's nothing like being able to just continue to do something you love well into your later stages of life.
The 2017 Iowa Games Mediacom Female Athlete of the Year, Miss Sarah Schwindinger.
Well, to me, it's a huge honor. My late father and I were runners, and he passed away tragically 3 years ago, actually out on a run. And the thing that we shared the most was our love of running. So I kind of carry him with me tonight, and if he were here, he'd be so proud. And I'm just carrying on a tradition of other female athletes, and I'm just so honored to be here.
The 2017 Iowa Games Mediacom Male Athlete of the Year, Mr. Jim Schoen.
I've been actually lifting here since 1995. I started out lifting because I was a really skinny, scrawny little kid, and I didn't want to be skinny and scrawny all my life. So that's why I started working out. And I say in 1995 I started coming here and lifting weights and enjoyed the competition and enjoyed the people that all lifted against me, and I just loved it. So I've been doing it ever since. Since '95, I think I've got like 25 Iowa Games medals in my trophy case. I think I've got like 7 or 8 firsts, and the rest are actually second and third place. But I've actually I'm actually lifting more than what I started lifting like in 1995 up to 1999. I'm still lifting more or about the same as what I was doing 20 years ago. My dad originally had prostate cancer about 20 years ago, and if your dad has, or if you have somebody in the family that has prostate cancer, your risks go way up. And I went to the doctor for a while, and my daughter and my wife screamed at me to go get a physical, and they did a blood test, and my PSA was real high. And then they did a couple biopsies, and they're like, hey, we got to get you into the surgery ASAP. So a year ago in January, they took my prostate out, and I got clearance to start lifting weights about 2 months before the Iowa Games last year. And like I said, be careful, don't rip out your internal stitches. And I put up, I think, 260 pounds, so I was happy with that for only having a couple months to train and for what I went through. I feel God's really blessed me because I get to watch my grandkids grow up.
Let the games begin!
This has been one of the highlights of my life, really. I mean, I loved it. To go out and do something like this, I just really enjoyed it. That meant a lot to me to be selected Iowa Games Athlete of the Year, and to do this, I'm really humbled and just really proud to represent my sport and the town I come from.
Coming up next, we'll take a look at a family that is aiming to have fun at the Iowa Games. Stay with us.
Health insurance. One piece of paper looks like all the others, but you won't really know what you bought until you use it through the years, until you have a concern about a bill, a question about coverage, until on the worst day of your life, you worry about what's in that fine print you didn't read. Then you'll know that health insurance isn't a piece of paper. It's the promise behind it. It's the people behind it.
This place isn't for me.
That last place was pretty nice.
I don't like this whole thing.
I think we can do better. Change is hard. Try to keep open mind. Come on, Dad.
This is for me, son?
Principal, we can help you plan for that.
1 gig is the future, and Mediacom provides the most complete coverage. America's first 100% 1 gig technology network, offering gigabit speeds in every market we serve. In town or out of town, big city or rural, you've got access to the fastest. We know the future will demand more speed, so we've built a network to give you the most. 1,500 communities, 2.7 million homes, 100% 1 gig.
And welcome back to the 2018 Iowa Games Review. It doesn't take long to see that the Iowa Games is family fun. And one group that put togetherness on display this year was Michael Cloth, along with his twin daughters, Jordan and Michaela. And when it comes to competing together, this team is right on target. Now let's meet the competing Cloth family of Ames.
So I was shooting when we, probably from when I was a kid. And then when they were little, I was helping out with the Texas 4-H shooting sports down in San Patricio County. And we kicked that off, and these two were probably about 18 months old at the time, just kind of watching. And then as they got older, they started out with the $20 bows, just a little fiberglass bows with wooden arrows from Walmart. And that was about 3 years old. And then they both started shooting competition 9 years old down in Texas. And it was, what is that, 3rd grade you guys could start shooting that? 3rd grade started shooting that in Texas. And then I would say when I got started into it, I hunted a lot ever since I was their age. And didn't start shooting competition until the first Texas games, which is kind of like the Iowa games here. And I realized I could shoot in that competition, and I shot it and medaled the first time, and I was pretty excited. And then I've been shooting with them in competition ever since.
I just remembered watching him and thinking that this would be fun to try and do it and accomplish some of the goals that he did. In 2015 at the Nebraska State Games of America, I placed 2nd. And then at the Iowa Games, I place like every year, 1st through 3rd. And then I've placed in some of our local shoots 1st through 3rd. The 2017 State Games of America in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I got podium 3rd place. Some of my Texas shoots I did, and some of the Iowa Games.
I guess my most memorable is when the first time I medaled down there in Texas, and then coming up here in Iowa, meeting a bunch of friends, and then shooting up here. Iowa Games, the last 2 years have done probably in the top 3, and then and also in the 3D shoot, and then placing in the top 3 in the Nebraska State Games of America and the Grand Rapids, Michigan State Games of America. The key to being a good archer is a little bit of commitment into it, and then consistency and having fun.
I think probably whenever like we would just like shoot as a family, and like we do like fun like little like obstacles, like we would make new things.
I enjoy spending time with my kids. It gives us the time to get together, kind of forget about everything else, and get out there and have a good time. It's a good little family competition, especially at the house. We got a little trophy that we kind of pass around between some of our practice shoots, and sometimes it'll sit on one person's shelf a little bit longer than the other. And I held it for a little while, but now I'm working to try to gain the thing back now because they've done pretty good.
I feel like the key is to stay calm and relaxed and think about your next arrow, not your last arrow. I think it's a sport that everyone can get into, no matter like what your age or how long you've been shooting. You can get better as you go on through. It's just you have to do a lot of practice and like just be good at what you do.
And what I like about it is the kids, you don't have to be the top runner, the top swimmer. Anybody can do this no matter what age. So it's a pretty good sport, really enjoy it. And then, like I said, there's a lot of camaraderie with all the archers. You show up, yeah, you compete against each other, but you show up and it's like get-togethers when you see some people you hadn't seen for a while, so it's pretty nice.
And coming up next, we'll wrap up the games. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm John Walters. Ames is the home of the Cyclones and so much more.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today. Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Welcome back to the Iowa Games Review. Another summer of fun is in the books for the Iowa Games, but the show goes on. In fact, under the Iowa Sports Foundation umbrella, there are several more opportunities to compete. Along with the Summer Iowa Games, there's the Winter Iowa Games, Adaptive Sports Iowa, and the Senior Games. There's also Live Healthy Iowa, a program designed to help Iowans enjoy a fit lifestyle and become more active. For more information, visit the Iowa Sports Foundation website at iowasportsfoundation.org. Now let's close the show with a look back at years of fun from the Summer Iowa Games. Thanks for joining us.
State, Cassidy told me her first computer science class was all guys.
I do remember Cassidy very well. I remember Cassidy was passionate about the subject and wanted to draw other people into everything that she was doing.
My sister helped create an online community for women in science.
She presented at the United Nations and it went global.
A lot of women are into science because of Cassidy, including me.
Enjoy your adventure at Iowa State. Visit chooseYourAdventure.net.
You guys gotta see this YouTube video.
With Extreme, your TV is for watching your favorite apps.
What are we watching?
Let's go to my room.
And your tablet is where you watch live TV. Your phone? Let's see.
Have fun, kids.
That's where you watch your TiVo shows.
Nice. And with matching in-home Wi-Fi, everyone can stream at the same time. Extreme, TV and internet that work together. Call now to learn more.
Health insurance. One piece of paper looks like all the others, but you won't really know what you bought until you use it through the years, until you have a concern about a bill, a question about coverage, until on the worst day of your life, you worry about what's in that fine print you didn't read. Then you'll know that health insurance isn't a piece of paper. It's the promise behind it. It's the people behind it.